Alright, so what is up, everybody? This is Currycraft Games. Welcome back to another episode of the Pack to Mastery series. Today, we start a brand new character. If you saw the last episode, or last video, not episode. Last episode of this was the Popscore Megasode. We're playing Rody Z. Rody Z is technically the only armored variant for the zombie class. But he doesn't have the movement speed penalty. I don't think he has the movement speed penalty. He's got 150 health. Has the standard engineer abilities, which are the Bolt Blaster. Basically, engineer sits up on this giant turret and just rains fire. It's not as accurate as the P-Shooter Gatling, but if the engineer is doing this, you physically cannot hit him from the front because the Bolt Blaster actually does not count as part of the engineer's hurt box, so you can shoot at the Bolt Blaster all you want, and it will not hurt the engineer. He has the Jackhammer, a movement ability, rather standard. It lasts for a good while, and is basically the main tool in Rody Z's kit. And then we have the Sonic Grenade. Engineer throws that, stuns a group of plants in an area, and can use it to get chompers out of burrow. Due to Rody Z being an engineer class, this also means he can build teleporters for the zombie team. And as for Rody Z's primary, you might see in the bottom right corner there, it shows that he has no ammo. This is because he is considered a character with a heat meter instead of an actual ammo meter. Similar to the All-Star class and a handful of the Spray Chompers. Why do I bring up the Spray Chomper specifically, you might ask? Well, this is why. From the screen to the ring to the bend to the king, where's my crown? That's my blade. That is Rody Z's primary. You hold right click and it just creates a little sonic amp like this. Now, the main way a lot of Rody Z players play is, at least on console, because I remember this being a thing on console, they'd have modded controllers so they could they'd hop on their jackhammer and just do this. Run around in circles, just annihilating a bunch of plants like this. Mine overheated there, but you get the point. That's how Rody Z's normally play. So I'm going to be destroying my mouse, sharing plants, KSI's new song, the thick of it. Let's have some fun. Game, you want to load at any time now, please? This is not the team I want. Thank you. Okay, we're on point 1. Come on, come here, come here, come here, come here. Come here, 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 come here. Assist, I'll take it. Chomper over there. There's a Twilight over there. Engineer is just a slower class in general, so I'll have to be mindful of how I want to assassinate people. Oh, thank you. That was just a Come here, come here, come here, come here. Ooh, there you are. Come here. Come here, come here, come here. He's dead. Sunflower over here. Maybe playing such a defensive-oriented game. Oh. No, you can hit me from there. Move, move. You gotta play smart. You gotta play smart. Come here, 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 come here. I think I overheated. No? I still had juice, just wouldn't let me use the juice apparently. Let me get up here with the blaster so I can at least try and hit something. Activate the blaster. Alrighty, first game. Lots of people blowing up. I mean, it's free money, so... At least with Roadie Z, I'm not stuck behind having to avoid every Walnut Hills lobby in existence. So that's nice. Another round of Herbal Assault. Game, thank you. Ah, I couldn't. Just a camo cactus. I got him. Come here, come here. Come here. This is going to be awful. You know, we're getting outnumbered for one, too. That ain't helpful. I'm getting out of here. We flee. Come down here and face me like a man. Oh, it's the max rank. Now they went from.
Go on. No.
Come here. How? Nah, I got it by... It's just Stuffy Central today, apparently. Come here. I'm out. TV's on the other side, okay. I should think it is. Stick with baseball. Come here. How? 1%. 1%. The main issue about not having any sort of my CPS is awful. Like, no joke, my CPS is just really bad. Nicely done. Do people seriously think armored is better? Oh, this just keeps changing whatever he's playing. I see. Not even close, baby. Listen. Come here. I don't even know what happened. Did I hear it? I just want to hear the captures. Ay, man. That's what happens if you touch that, by the way. It forces you into a taunt. Somehow defended, baby. Yeah, Rody Z does best when he has what's it called? The Turbo Jacket. Rody Z with Turbo Jackhammer is like the titular scummy way to go. Since I do not have any abilities unlocked outside of whatever Rux is providing in the shop, I can't really have fun with that. On to Moonbase Z. This definitely ain't a place for Rody Z. No. Game. 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 Be right back then. Here we go. Only took most of the match. My audio went out. Gotta love it. Joke's on you, pal. I honestly don't know what happened. I could not do anything. I was just stuck going forward. It's just all these assists, no confirms. Come on. Wow. For goodness sakes. Ay, ay, ay. This is just awful. Game. Game, you wanna work, please? Game, let me. Come on. Don't you? Come here, 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 come here. And there's just a random Plaza Pete's just slapping Pig out, because of course there was. I heard a bean bomb. No, I got killed by a pea cannon. Nope. Yeah, that sucks. Come here. Come here. Doing what I can. Also 5. Almost got that first upgrade. I think one main issue I'm going to have with the Pack to Mastery series is the fact that I'm having to go through so many vastly different playstyles all at once. I'm sorry, that should have hit her. That was right in front of her. How did the sonic grenade just not trigger? Yeah, they got the teleporter up now though, that sucks. There's a chomper actually using cannon. A unicorn chomper that is more than likely hacked. Then, using chomp cannon. Another generation upgrade, baby! Let's go! I joke about that ability a lot, but there's actually one character where health regeneration upgrades are just... It's just bum flowers, man! Oh, if I had something like Imp Hunt or something, oh, that'd be fun used. Another assist. Ay, ay, ay. Uh-oh. No. God help the generation delay at least. Spending the rest of this time in mix mode. Simply because turf isn't doing it for me. It's just too difficult. Especially on console where a lot of people just have naturally better aim. Trying to play a spray character is just sort of challenging. Honestly, if I'm going to keep doing this sort of thing where I'm playing every character max rank, I might not do this whole try and do the entire rank in a single sitting sort of deal anymore. I just play who I want to play because this is just... It's too often where I see stuff like this happen. Entire matches where it's just like... Brody Z might be the last one I do like this, and I might just do something simpler because this is just not doing it for me. It's also just the case of I'm only one person. I'm doing this everything by myself. The recording, the editing, all that just by myself. I might just change up stuff properly just because, even if it's the holiday season, which is the reason why I wanted to try and cut down. Doing stuff like this. The whole knocking out entire episodes on one character just takes so long. It's like, I think the main issue was the Popscorn Megasode. That's what really would set me off, because I could not play characters I wanted to play. If it was a map I knew Pops would struggle on, I was pretty much just stuck there. I can't just play whoever, whenever. It's the main reason why I'm struggling now. It's because I have no real... This is Asia. I'm gonna go this way. It's just I need time. I just want to do more casual stuff, but it's just I'm here doing this. Plants weren't even loading in for me. What? So that's the case where I'm pretty much recording every match I play, which just leaves more for me to edit. If you watch the 4-hour thesis video I had, basically that was the entirety of the Popscorn Pack to Mastery. Oh, it's in here. Like, it's pretty much only like 3 to 4 matches a rank because I just couldn't handle editing that much now. That would have been so much editing for me to do. And it's like, I mainly did it to myself. You know, I just mainly did it to myself. I could have just uploaded them all individually, have infinite less editing, but I'm like, okay, let's just do this, and it's just because it's a case where I didn't know what I was going to keep and what I was going to get rid of. But yeah, it's just I might just change the series now to the Road to Max Rank. Yeah, it's just I'm one person. Just because it would probably just do me better, Roadie Z might just be the last Pack to Mastery. Because I've just because I'm just running off of just stock equipment mostly. And that's one thing that really is just gonna irk me about playing certain characters. Like, if I want to play any foot soldier ever, I have to use Rocket Jump instead of Rocket Leap. But Rocket Leap is just such a better ability. It gives you almost identical height, but a lot better movement. You get a lot more forward momentum with Rocket Leap than you do with Rocket Jump. And it's just so much better because of that. Or like Roadie Z. Roadie Z pretty much relies on Turtle Jackhammer for him to get a lot of DPS done. Like, if you see a lot of Roadie Z players, they are always like on their Turtle Jackhammer, mollywopping the entire map. So that's what good Roadie Z players do. You know, and it's like if you gave them normal Jackhammer, which has like none of the speed that Turbo Jackhammer has, they can't get that job done because they can't just keep circling the plants. And I think it's just the main issue I think that I'm having with all this. Especially when it comes to the I do not want to play Colonel. I don't want to play Corn. Get me off of plants. Fine, I'm just gonna play ball and just keep talking. Let this match play out. Till I can switch. I'm probably not gonna switch there. So as well. Just a case of if I want to have fun and not make this feel like a job, which is what it mainly feels like I'm doing. I'm doing this sort of just because I want to do it when I really don't. Do I want to become a YouTuber? Yes. Do I know that that's going to require a lot of time? Yes. Do I know it's going to require a lot of effort? Yes. But it's just stuff like this. You know, I don't want to be one of those YouTubers that just sweat the sweat. I just want to be a YouTuber. I'm not in it for the money. I just mainly want to do this just as an outlet. You know, that's what the joke of my channel has always, the joke of me wanting to be a YouTuber has always been the same thing. I don't care if I become one of the most popular people. I don't care if I'm a name-worthy YouTuber. I want to just be able to. My goal in life is a silver play button, and even now they've changed what silver play buttons are going to be, basically. So there's no point. It's not going to be. That part's not really going to be worth it. So it's just a case of, well, why do I want to do this? You know, and I think about that often. I've thought about it the entirety of last week when I was recording the Popscorn Pact Mastery stuff. Thinking about it now. Like, what is my point? What is my purpose doing this? And I just sit there and I wonder, you know? I know I am like no one to talk. I am the least qualified person to talk about, oh, what's my purpose and all that, you know? I work in retail and I do absolutely nothing. I stock shelves, and that is like the highlight of my time playing. Or that's like normally the highlight of what I do. Is I will I just stock shelves. 4 days a week, I go in, stock shelves. When it gets close to closing, I stop stocking shelves. I start uh, making sure all the aisles look good. You know, just straightening the items on the shelf so they're all good for the people in the morning. Who most of the time they will still find a way to complain, because of course they will. And I think that's just another thing. I really started this whole Pact Master thing because I'm like, okay, this would be a fun thing to do. It'd be fun. Like, I don't care. Like, why would I? But at the same time, it's just... I don't want it to be a case of I have nothing. Because that's pretty much what it's turned into right now. I have nothing. I don't know what he's doing. And it's like, I think with Pact to Masters especially, it's a problem where I can't do much. It's just a problem where I can't do much. I originally designed Pact of Mastery to be similar to WolfyPlayz Pack and Play series, which if this is somehow the video where he finally notices that I'm doing this, shout out to you, man. You're a real one. Watched your stuff for years. I I think I'd actually discovered Wolfie when I think it was when the Frontline Fighters first came out, like near the end of Garden Warfare 2's original like end of life cycle thing. It was that, or when Spooky Squash came out. Because I remember seeing a Spooky Squash video about him raging about how hard it was to fight him. But yeah, back onto the topic at hand. The I might just turn this into like a normal, like just let's play thing, where I try to get the max. You know, just because I don't want it to be something super sway like this. I just want to be able to sit down, record a couple of games, talk to people. Can I go? Thank you. Let me get out of here. I just want to be able to play games and have fun, you know? And doing the pack to master stuff especially, I'm not really having fun. Between the whole Godify being Godify and the entire well, not really Godify being Godify. Godify is going to be Godify regardless of what character I try. That's just a given. Yeah, I finally died. But yeah, back to what I was saying. It's a case where I'm not really having fun. And that's sort of the issue that I'm having. Not really having fun, not really accomplishing anything. Because, like, Flameface was fun. Flameface doesn't really have. Flameface, he was fine. It was just the issue of, oh, I can't really get up close. I can't let anyone get close or else I'm pretty much just dead. Fire Rose. Fire Rose, she has that weird audio bug. Which I don't know if it's just a me thing or if it's not, but it really rattles in my brain whenever I hear that. Popcorn. Ah, talking for too long. Popcorn. Popcorn, he's a fine character. I thought I was gonna actually have fun. Finally, what is he? I thought I was actually gonna be able to have fun. You know, just be able to play, dominate lobbies because he's not as bad. But then it was just the case of Garden Warfare 2 being Garden Warfare 2 and the hit detection being just god awful. And then since I'm playing the PC version, I have to worry about skids and whatnot. Because skids are always going to be a problem. Though, truth be told, skids are... It's a lot harder to hack when you're on a console than you are literally anywhere else. You know? And I've never been the best at games. I'll play games for a long time, but it's just an issue of I'm not good at them. You know? And it's just that sort of issue that and it's like I beat myself up too much. I think that's another issue. I beat myself up too much. Um, I and especially with a game like this, Garden Warfare 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. It was a case of when I first got. I don't even know where the pea went. Well, it's just a case of when I started. I wasn't that good, you know? Big shocker. People suck at games. But it was also just the case of... Well, not really the case. An issue for me is, especially when it comes to me wanting to make videos on Garden Warfare 2, I'm doing this all on a laptop. Uh, Hold on, I'll send you. I'm gonna just do this real quick just to show. This is my setup. This picture you are now seeing on screen is the setup that I use. I was already dead. Never mind. And it's like, it's trying to think of a good way to describe how I feel in a way that people understand, but at the same time, I've always been bad with words. I'm bad at communication and stuff. That's just how I've always been. What's up with this? Is one thing I don't understand. Why is uh, stop rambling? Just gotta. Uh, it's stop getting sidetracked. It's a case of never been bad. I've never been good with words. I think trying to do a YouTube channel like this, where I want to talk, I want to be able to communicate with people. Like I've made a joke before, where I'm like, in a video before, where like, oh, I should get some friends on. I should get some people in the Discord call, just so I have someone to talk to, just so I'd be able to give y'all more commentary, because I do not talk much. And like, it might have been a joke at the time, but I really feel like that is an issue. You know, I too quiet for my own good, too quiet for my own good, and it's just a case of, oh, if you want to be this like commentary YouTuber and whatnot, want to be able to do gameplay and do commentary, it's a case of, well, you got to be able to talk, and I don't. I've always been seen as like the quieter kid. Come on, kill him. 9%. Uh, Honestly, you know what? At this point, I just want to. I want to show you what I mean. When I say it's an issue of upgrade. Okay, the scientist. Talk about scientist. Yes, I'm keep going back and forth. I know it's how my train of thought works. In the original Garden Warfare game, you just had zombie heal station, warp, and exploding ball, and scientists could make that work. You know, but it's a case of it was Zomboss Down, I think it was. Because when Zomboss Down released, they released alternate abilities for these. The Armored Heal Station, which is a more beefy, it has more health than the normal Zombie Heal Station. I think it has 300 health, and this has only 50. But the issue is it heals so much slower. Like, it is significantly slower. Why would you use it, right? No one really did. Uh, Another ability he unlocked Energy Warp. Turned him into a ball of pure energy, and he could just wiggle around. It was, if you've played Battle for Neighborville, it's similar to Electric Slide. Electric Slide has a variation of the Energy Warp. And Sticky exploding ball. It went from this, just a little candy grenade, to the heal ball, a gigantic version of the sticky ball, but instead of dealing damage, after a short period of time, it explodes and heals you for 50. That was massive, and it became like you'll see a lot of scientists, even in this game, that normally run the heal ball because it's just a burst of 50 healing. It's half of a scientist health. So if you're playing against a more aggressive scientist, they'll have that. They have this gigantic health pool. All-Star. All-Star's abilities, for the most part, are interchangeable. You got the Imp Punt that chucks exploding imp. But he had a variation called the Long Bomb. Long Bomb's not as good in most scenarios, but instead of it having a small delay before impact, like the Imp Punt, or a small delay before explosion, like the Imp Punt, the Long Bomb explodes on contact. It touches anything, it blows up. So, like no, the map ended. Or I got kicked for being AFK. Long Bomb, it's a case where there are times where on certain All-Stars, I would run it. But most of the time, there were some scenarios where I would run Long Bomb more often just because, like, if there's a lot of chompers, I'd run Long Bomb just to have, as an emergency option, just immediately kick it into a wall as a chomper is coming up, and it's just a burst of damage. Quick burst of damage. You pop in punt, you tackle them. Most chompers would die immediately from that. You know? I don't care. I'm just gonna keep talking. This has become a let's chat video now. Actually, you know what? Better yet, hold on. We're bringing up the man account. Just to show y'all. Just to give an example as to what I mean. Just to show properly what I mean. Just to show as an example what I mean when it comes to some of the... it feels a lot harder for me specifically. This is the normal input. Short, simple, to the point. Right? Where is it? Long bomb. Just to show y'all how long bomb does. Is there any? Yeah, there is. Immediately explodes like so. And it's like most of the time, long bomb is not as good, but it is nice to have, like, in certain situations. Like, if there's a lot of cacti, you can angle long bomb just right, and it goes flying. Now, like, most of the unlockables are for the stock. Most of the unlockables are for these stock characters. Like, just to show you, foot soldier. Every single foot soldier, besides camo. I don't know why camo doesn't have it. I think it's just because of how I played camo at the time. But like every other one has Rocket Leap. And just to show you, you get 2 charges of Rocket Leap instead of just the 1 charge of Rocket Jump, and it pretty much gives you the same exact height, but you get a lot more momentum. Like, you get so much more momentum out of Rocket Jump, or out of Rocket Leap than Rocket Jump, just to show, like, the main difference. This is Rocket Jump. Don't mind Noma's perspective, this is just how I used to play Camo Ranger. Watch. Literally the same amount of height, but nowhere near the speed. You don't get as much vertical momentum from jump as you do from leap. And it's a main issue for me. It's a lot harder for me because a lot of characters, a lot of people will use the unlocks more so than the stock abilities. Like, I'll show on my account. This is how you play Road Easy. Beware of the keyboard mashing, but this is how you play Road Easy. You use the speed of the turtle jackhammer to just run circles around them and demolish plants. Right? And it's like, it's a case of, it also just has a lot more speed type to it than stock. What? Why do I have none of the... That's weird. I don't know why I didn't have any of the... Why do you have... Why do you have 2 damage? Yeah, hold up. What? Because you don't get a zoom. Oh, okay. Yeah, we go with this. Side tangent. Back to what I was kind of talking about. You get a lot more speed than you do with the normal jackhammer. Like, I'll show here. If I start from the customization booth using jackhammer, I'm going to see if I can get to the sewers. Right? Go. See? It's just standard durability and whatnot. That's standard engineer jackhammer durability. But let us use turbo. 3, 2, 1. Literally the exact same distance, but only half the speed. Or exact same distance, but at twice the speed. And it's like, that's... It's just you get so much more built-in speed, so you can... for the typical Turtle Jack playstyle of, oh, you run around in circles just spamming the fire button, it's a lot more simpler, you know? And I'm pretty sure it regenerates just as fast as stock hammer too, so stock jackhammer as well. Another good comparison of abilities. Oh yeah, over here. Pea shooters. Pea shooters have 2 unlockable abilities. One's from Rux, the other is from sticker packs. Dark beam bombs from Rux, so we won't talk about it. Standard beam bomb. Simple to the point. Explodes in a small area after a short fuse. Sombrero, however. Sanato's Fire P, but we'll go through it the same way. Sombrero beam. Longer fuse, but it has a more violent explosion, if I recall. It's also better to use for Sombrero is also better for pea jumping or bean jumping, if I recall. Let's see. It screwed it up, but still. That's one thing you'll notice a lot of. I'm not good at a lot of the tech, gonna try it again with that worked. It's a lot bigger of an explosion area, lot better splash as well. But it's like a case of you wouldn't need it. They're interchangeable for the most part, but Sombrero is a lot better. Dark Beam Bomb is just it does less damage than either of them, but it has the shortest fuse. Doesn't need to be talked about. Retro and Bling are basically the exact same ability, so I'll just use these. Stock P Gatling has 100 ammo, and it fires really fast and deals good bit of DPS. This is Retro. Slower firing, not it overall feels clunkier to use, and if I recall, deals less DPS than stock P Gatling. I could be wrong. Yeah, P Gatling. I'm pretty sure that took less time for me to empty too. But yeah, it's another case of abilities that, while stock are better, there could be a handful of scenarios where it is. Another ability that's just not as good is Super P Jump. Super P Jump, all it does, gives you big bounce. Big bounce, all it does. Ideal for just allowing you to splash down enemies, splash your enemies with P splash damage. Because most P-sters have splash damage. And it's a case of you can only get up to certain areas with Super P Jump. But then, there's Stalk. Hyper. Hyper gives you both a speed boost and a jump boost, though not as powerful as it's not as strong as Super P jumps. With the movement speed as well, 99% of the time, you will see people run Super P jump over, or you'll see people run Hyper over Super P jump. Chomp? Does Chomper? Not really. Sunflowers. Alien. Alien Flower's sort of a similar deal, or Sunflower's Sunbeam and Solar Beam is similar to the debate between the P Gatlings. But Solar Flare Beam it's actually better to have Solar Flare Beam in my opinion because of the fact it's more powerful, but it also, since it doesn't last as long, it'll take them longer before they notice where you are. You know, that's it. That makes it a fine ability, a fine and dandy counterpart. The heal beams for Sunflower, they work pretty much the same. It's just one gives you rainbow power. Heal Flowers. This is the standard Heal Flower. You know, you just sort of plop it by a plant, spawns this little dingus, spits out 3 sun drops, each one heals for 15, I think. Sunflower's unlockables from you got the Dark Flower. Oh hey, you're still there. It's best for me to show you. Dark Flower is not a heal flower. It's not a heal flower alternative. The Dark Flower is actually a turret. It acts like a spawnable turret AI. And that's fine. That's good for what it does. This little... it's a super strong, super powerful little tool. And it's another case of you're losing utility by having it, but you also get a lot more firepower. And certain sunflowers that struggle with firepower and not with utility, say Metal Petal here, she has a lot of, she's an armored variant, she has more health. So you don't really need that. You don't need the armored bonus. You don't need to have the healing utility. So if you want, if you get caught in a particularly bad situation, you can just drop the heal flower and it'll keep Metal Petal supported. You know, that's simple. Simple and to the point. A lot of the unlockables are not better. Cactus. Cactus, we got normal potato mine and then the nugget mine. Nugget mines you have more of instead of in stock, but it's just a case of they don't explode for as much. They're good for like little chip damage, and that's about it. Cactus drones. She has the standard in the artichoke. Then we got these two, which are unlockables from Rux. Standard Dog Drone has good damage output, has the cones, and has the corn strike, but it's not as powerful. But it doesn't. It's frail. Artichoke Drone is basically the exact opposite of everything that Cactus Drone is. No, I don't want that. Dark Drone though is, I'm pretty sure, considered the best Cactus Drone. Not sure, but another case of comparison between abilities. Chomper, yeah, actually Chomper does have one comparison stuff. All three of these are actually unlockables in this game. Goop, you get his stock ability. Slows a zombie down and gives a little bit of chip damage. Super Sticky Goop recharges a bit slower than stock, but it completely immobilizes a zombie. You lose the chip damage, but at the same time, holding them in place, especially for a slower character like Armored, is grand. Then we got the Chomp Cannon, which it's best if I just show you what Chomp Cannon does. Think of it as a ZPG of mucus. I think it's directs that are 100. I'm pretty sure it's a case of directs. Directs are 50 and it can be as minimum as 10 for splash. But at the same time, it's good for Chomper because it gives Chomper some sort of ranged ability. Where in this game he has no sort of range outside of Goo. It's just something nice for him to have. I say that, then this thing exists. This is the only Chomper with range, but I'll discuss him more whenever I do him in the actual Let's Play. This is just now mostly a let's just listen to me rant session. But it's a case of certain abilities are just, in my opinion, certain abilities are just outright better to have, and they are mandatory. Like, for a lot of scientists, you'll see me run either this setup or this setup, depending on what it is, because I don't use energy warp. Heal stations is now better because it provides you self-healing. And then Explodey Ball is just nice to have. It's a burst 50 damage if a plant gets hit by it. And then the Mega Bomb's just a giant group heal of 50. They're nice to have. You know? And it's just a... I'm just mostly repeating myself at this point, but... Y'all get the idea at this point. And it's just... I should honestly just stop ranting. But I'm just calling it quits here. This is just today's Pack to Mastery video. Just this. My name has been Kirby Craft Games. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care.